Hello and welcome to this video. In this video, I'm going to share with you the 3 reasons you're struggling to manifest money and what you need to do about them. So if you're like most entrepreneurs that I speak to and work with, the chances are you have been trying all the things in your business. You're trying so hard to make things work, but it just doesn't seem to matter what you try. Nothing seems to bring in the money that you want. It almost feels like there's a block, like there's an invisible wall stopping you from making the money you want to in your business. It's such a frustrating place to be. And I know because I was there for a really, really long time until I learned what I now know. I was there because I didn't understand about money. I didn't understand how to attract it. I deeply believed that money came through really, really hard work. But I ended up working so hard to make money that I ended up repelling it. Go figure. So a very, very frustrating place to be. So what I discovered was that there are 3 core areas that I really needed to work on that really, really changed the game for me. It changed everything. And I want to share these with you in this video. So I'll also be sharing how you can start working on these 3 things straight away so that you can open up the floodgates and start to become a magnet to money, so that you no longer have to sit in this frustrating place of trying all the things, working so hard, just not being able to figure out how to make it work. So if you know you're holding yourself back somewhere when it comes to making money, but you've got no idea what to do next because you really do feel like you've tried everything, you're not going to want to miss this video. So for any of you that don't know me, my name is Kirsty Kamarauskas. I am a 7-figure online business owner and I'm a business success mindset coach. So I help female entrepreneurs unlock the power of their mind and leverage law of attraction so they can make quantum leaps in their business, their income and their lives. Until I fell into the world of personal development several years ago, I didn't even know that money mindset was such a thing. If you'd told me, I would have laughed at you. You know, money's something you get from the bank. Money's something that comes when someone pays you. What do you mean you need a certain mindset about it? I had no idea. I didn't know about law of attraction. I didn't know that this whole invisible world, if you like, existed. So I thought you either had it or you didn't. I thought that wealthy people were born into wealth. And unless they were really, really lucky, unless they won the lottery, they had some crazy, unique talent, or they were super, super, super clever. Now, I wasn't any of those things. So as far as I was concerned, it was going to be really tough for me to make the money that I wanted. So most of my life, I didn't even try because I just didn't think it was possible. When I opened up my eyes and started getting into the world of personal development, I realized it was possible. But again, my money beliefs held me back. And I thought the only way I was going to be able to do it at first was through hard work because I was determined and I had a lot of grit. So that was my pathway. That is what I tried to use. But unfortunately, that did not work at all. And actually, all that ended up happening was the harder I tried, the more I tried, the more I chased shiny pennies, thinking this is the answer, that's the answer. The more I was spending all my time working, all my time trying different business ideas, all my time trying to make money. And the more I tried, the more I repelled it. And actually what ended up happening was that I was trying so hard. I was coming from a really, really needy energy, and we'll talk about this in a bit. But I was trying so hard that what I actually ended up doing, I was pushing it away, I was repelling it. And actually everything turned the other way. So everything that had already been going well in my life started going badly, especially with money. And actually we came to almost losing our business. As I said earlier, the business started declining at a really rapid rate. And then it got to the point where it was make or break. We almost lost it. And it wasn't until we went deep on the mindset, deep on money mindset, deep on just understanding what it was that was going in our mind, because your outside results, your circumstances right now are a mirror of what is happening in your mind. You create your life through your mind. Okay, we were taught to believe that everything else, we feel how we feel because of everything outside of us that's happening to us. Nothing's happening to us. We're creating it and attracting it. And until we understand that, we will continue to be a victim to our circumstances. But that's not me and that's not you because you're here watching this. So I know you're a creator of your life. You just want to understand a bit more what you need to do to align yourself to your goals and dreams to actually make the money that you want to make. So it wasn't until we understood this and we had this big mindset shift, this big perspective shift, and then we turned our business around. It wasn't failing anymore. It was skyrocketing every single month until we hit 7 figures in a 12-month period. And it was incredible. And it was all down to what we'd been doing internally, the internal shifts, because when you make the internal shifts, the how unfolds. The strategy pieces come together. What you need to do, the steps are laid out in front of you, one step at a time. You start to follow the breadcrumbs. But we have to have that internal shift first. So what I discovered was money was less about what you're doing, although obviously it is crucial to be taking the right action to attract money. It was more about how you think about yourself, how you think about money, how you feel. It was about your paradigm, the subconscious program that's running in your mind that is controlling your behavior, creating your point of attraction and your vibrational set point as well. So it's basically determining your results, this paradigm that's in your mind, and it's an old program, and unless you regularly update it and replace it, it's probably been stuck there, a lot of it, since you were 7 years old, which is quite a long time, isn't it? And then been built on and reinforced, especially when it comes to our perceived weaknesses, limitations, and false beliefs about ourselves. It also came down to my self-image. Your self-image when it comes to money is really, really important. Do you see yourself as someone with money? Do you see yourself as someone wealthy, or do you see yourself as someone struggling, always trying to make it? You get what you think you are. Your beliefs and expectations when it comes to money. This is, again, either going to attract it or repel it. All of this combined creates your reality. So there are 3 core areas that I discovered having gone deep into mindset, having really looked at my money mindset, really sort of understanding how the law of attraction works and what I needed to do to turn everything around. And there were 3 core areas that I worked on. And that's what I'm going to share with you right now. So the first one was I had to heal my relationship with money. Yes, there's such a thing as your relationship with money. Okay. So what is your relationship with money? Well, first of all, what are your money beliefs? I had to look at those. We have been conditioned and taught that money doesn't grow on trees. Did you ever hear that one when you were a kid growing up? Well, how many times were you told we can't afford it when you were growing up? Money doesn't grow on trees. What about rich people are greedy? Money is the root of all evil. This came out a lot, didn't it? How can we possibly let money into our lives when we have these underlying subconscious beliefs about money? Of course we can't, because we think something's bad's going to happen. So our subconscious is very, very clever. It controls all of our body. It controls everything. It controls our whole experience. It will make us do things to repel and stop the money coming in, because it's going to try and keep us safe from all these harmful things. If rich people are greedy, we're not going to go near rich people. If money is the source of all evil, then we don't want to become evil. That's against our highest values. So we're going to make sure we don't have money at a subconscious level. And you could be in your conscious mind desperately trying to make money, but subconsciously it's like, not going to do it. It's not safe. So another thing that I was doing is I was giving all my power away to money. I really believed that all I needed to do was make money, hit these 7 figures, have more income, and then I'd be happy. But that's not the case. We need to feel happy first. And what do we really want to give all of our power to money in the way that if we haven't got it, we're going to be damn miserable. And if we have got it, we'll be happy. We're living a conditional life. We're not in charge of our own thoughts and emotions then, are we? We are literally playing a victim to money and giving all of our power to it. We don't need to wait for the money to come into the bank before we can feel the way we want to feel, before we can think the way we want to think, before we can experience the things that we want to experience. Yes, okay. A lot of the things, if you've got big dreams like me and like all of the women I work with, then there are going to be a lot of things that are going to cost a lot of money, and that's fine. But we can work our way up to that. It doesn't mean that we can't experience similar things on a much, much lower level and start living our life now, right? So I had to address that side. I was also avoiding responsibility. I did not want to look at my bank account. I didn't want to look at my bills, my outgoings. I just avoided it for so long, for months and months and months and months. I wasn't taking responsibility. And for the areas that you don't take responsibility in your life, how on earth are you going to improve them? You're not going to. You're deflecting it. And again, you're playing victim. So this is not going to attract money into your life. What I needed to be doing was seeing the money that was coming in, feeling grateful for the money that was coming in, appreciating it. But instead, I was avoiding it. So when I'm avoiding the money on my bank balance, I'm avoiding money completely. So this is not the foundations for a really strong money relationship. So, and obviously my truth around it was that money was really hard to make. And this was my biggest lie that I told myself all these years, was that money was hard to make. How do you think you're going to experience your business and your life if you tell yourself and you truly believe that money is hard to make? You're going to make it hard to make. You're not going to allow it to come easily. And if you do allow it to come easy, if it does come to you easily, then you might end up self-sabotaging. You might end up giving it all away quickly. You might end up overspending it because you just feel guilty for it coming so quickly. So we really, really would need to work on these beliefs and not allow them to continue to project into our outer world and reflect back to us in our bank balance. We don't want that anymore. So we need to change all of these things at the core level. So our beliefs, the relationship we have, whether we're giving our power to money, whether we're avoiding responsibility for it. I was also focused on lack and limitation, scarcity. I kept thinking what was missing. I'd go to the supermarket and think, oh, that's another £100 that's going out of my bank. When's it going to stop? These were the feelings and the thoughts that I was having. I was focused on what wasn't there instead of focusing on what was there, which again is not appreciating money. That is not developing a strong relationship with money. Why is money going to be attracted to you if you are constantly complaining at it? Think of it like a best friend. Your best friend, you don't treat your best friend like that. If you started complaining at your best friend all the time, criticizing it, blaming them for never coming round, for never being there for you, how would they feel? They'd stay away, wouldn't they? They wouldn't want to be anywhere near you. And it's the same if we think of this from an energetic point of view, which is the next thing I'm going to come on to. So the way I felt about it was holding it away from me. I was frustrated. I felt like I wasn't good enough to make money. I felt like I'd never be good enough to create the life that I wanted to create. And of course, that became a self-fulfilling prophecy. Because of my own limiting beliefs, I believed that I had a cap on what I could earn. So lo and behold, I never earned any more than that. And if it got close, the next month would go straight down. There'd be an unexpected bill to pay. I'd have to fork out all this money. And the more I saw that going out, the more that I attracted that, because you get what you focus on, right? What you focus on expands. So the more you're concentrating on the expenses, the things that are going out of your bank, the more that's going to happen. So what we want to be shifting our focus and really, really looking at what's coming in. It's all about flipping what we're looking at and changing our focus. So that was the first part, which was healing my relationship with money, like a best friend. The second area was I had to become an energetic match to money, which meant operating on the same frequency. So we know that with law of attraction, you are like a magnet and you are drawing back to you whatever it is that you're sending out. And it's the law of vibration. So we're all vibrating at different frequencies. Money's on a frequency, you're on a frequency, everything's on a frequency. You have high frequencies and low frequencies. So money is vibrating on a really high frequency. But when you're feeling frustrated, depressed, angry, you're on a very low level of vibration. You're on a low frequency. Money cannot come to you because it's too far away. It's too far out of reach. You need to be vibrating at the same level as it if you want to attract it. It's like if you're on your radio and you want to listen to something on 95.8 FM, but you're tuned into 102.5 FM. You can't hear the songs that are playing on 95.8 FM, right? Because you're tuned into 102. So you have to tune the radio into the right frequency in order to be able to receive. Excuse me a minute. Sorry about that. So you need to be on the same frequency in order to receive. If you think about your television and Sky, you know, you've got all of these channels being broadcasted all the way through. You've got movies, you've got sports, you've got children's programs. There's untold amount of programs available to you, but you get to choose what you tune into when you pick up your remote control. And this is the same. So for this, we need to be feeling. Our feeling sets our vibrational set point, okay? So we need to be on the same emotion as money. So think about it. How would you feel when you have a lot of money? How would you feel to hit that 7 figures? How would you feel to be a millionaire? The chances are you would feel good. You would feel happy. You would feel satisfied. You would feel grateful. You would feel blessed. You would feel relieved. You'd feel trusting. You wouldn't feel lack and scarcity. You'd feel abundant. So how can we start tapping into these feelings now so we can become an energetic match to money. These are the things that we need to look at. We need to be raising our frequency, okay? So if you're focused on scarcity and worry, you're down here focusing on lack, focusing on not enough. Money is all the way up here. Like, you can't possibly attract it. And if you do, it'll be in drips and drabs. And it's likely that it'll be going straight out because you'll have all these bills and things that you have to pay, maybe some that you weren't expecting. So, and if you just think about abundance then, so one of the feelings I said, and going back to what I said before as well, like, we can tap into these feelings now. So we know that we're going to feel a certain way when we have money because it gives us choices that we don't normally have. It gives us possibilities. It allows us to express ourselves more freely. We can have the things we want. We can contribute in the way we want. We can help in the way we want. So it gives us choice. But with all the feelings that we think it's going to give us, we don't want that, remember. We don't want that to be because we have money. We can start tapping into these feelings now. We can start feeling them because we want to feel them. We don't have to wait for the money. And when that happens, you attract money because you're on the right vibration. So let's think about abundance. What is on, or imagine wealth. What would you do if you had 20 million pounds in your bank account right now, or $20 million, whatever your currency? Don't ask how, just accept and just think, just imagine in your bank right now, there's 20 million pounds. What would you be spending it on? How would you be feeling? What would you be thinking? What would you be doing during your day? How would you feel about your business? How would you feel about making money if you've already made 20 million? Right? Would you feel free? Would you feel liberated? And now just take a moment and focus on your debt, your bills, the reality. Remember, reality is a record of the past, okay? It's a record of your past thinking. This can all change today. Everything can change today. So your reality is not your reality, really. It's the past that you're looking at in front of you. You're creating your reality right now, and that will materialize in your outside world as we move forward, as you go on in life. But you need to change the program and how you think in order to change what you're looking at. So if we think about what's happening now, any unwanted circumstances, how do they make you feel? You're looking at your bank balance, there's nothing in there. You're in your overdraft, you've got this amount on credit cards. You don't know how you're going to get out of it. Notice how that feels. Notice the thoughts that are going on in your head. And then compare that to how it felt when you had $20 million or pounds in your bank account. That is the difference in vibration. That's the difference in frequency, right? So it's all about raising yourself from that low level frequency up to high. And yes, it's difficult and it's challenging when we have money challenges. I'm not saying it isn't, but we have to be that change inside of us first before we see it. It's not a case of I'll believe it when I see it. It's a case of I will see it because I believe it. When I believe it, you have to believe it first and you have to feel it first. This is what manifestation is all about. You have to know that it's coming. You have to know that it's here. Feel like it's here already. Think like it's here already. Shift your focus and keep your focus on what it is that you want instead of what you're lacking. And that's what this is all about. So this was a really, really important stage. So this isn't about spending money that you don't have. This isn't about saying, well, if I've got 20 million pounds in my bank account, then I'm just going to be lying around my pool all day. I'm not really going to do any work. We're not saying that at all. We're just saying, look at the differences between how you feel, how you're showing up, how that's impacting your behavior, what you do in your business right now, to how you would feel, how you would be showing up, and how that would be impacting your business if you had 20 million pounds in your bank account. So the third area was that I had to open myself up to receive. So we could do these first two things. We can work on our beliefs, we can work on our money story, and we can completely heal our relationship with money, stage one. And then we can start feeling like we've got money. We become an energetic match. We raise our frequency, we raise our vibration, and we know we're attracting it in. So the third and final stage is we could do those things, and that's amazing. But what if right as it was coming to our door, we were slamming the door shut? We were slamming the door on it because we're not open to receive, because we haven't learned how to receive. How would that feel? And I know this is what I did as well for a really long time. I'd got everything else working, and then it was like I was repelling it right at the last minute. Okay. And part of being open to receive is also taking the necessary action, the inspired action that's going to allow it in, because it's not just sat on the sofa watching Netflix, eating pizza, visualizing the money coming in, visualizing winning the lottery. It's taking the action that's going to allow it to create a path to you, right? So the universe wants you to be abundant. It's likely that money is already knocking at your door in some ways, but you're just not opening it. So this is a really, really crucial last stage, because it's time to allow it to come to you. Open your arms and welcome it in. Okay. So first of all, are you aware? What are you looking at? Where is your focus? Are you aware of all the opportunities and possibilities around you? So when we're focused on lack and limitation and problems and challenges, we can't see the answers. The law of polarity, the universal law of polarity, means that when we have a problem, a solution is presented at the same time. There's always a negative to a positive. So whenever the problem arises, so does the solution. But when we're focused on the problem end of the stick, we can't see the solution. We can't access it. Again, it's like being tuned into the radio. We can't find it. We can't see it. It's like when you lose your keys, you're tearing around the house, you're late. All you're thinking of is, I'm late, I'm late, I'm late, I'm late. You're running around your house, you've lost your car keys, so frustrated, need to go. And then you calm down and you just take a minute and you just calm yourself down, get into a completely different mindset. And then all of a sudden you see them. They've been on the breakfast bar the whole time in the kitchen. You've run past them and looked at them about 5 times. But because your mind is elsewhere, you can't see it, even though it's right in front of you. It's the same with solutions. It's the same with ideas. It's the same with opportunities and possibilities. You could have 100 possibilities and opportunities around you right now of how to make money and how to make money fast. But can you see them? Are you open to receiving them? What are you doing to align your mind to receive these ideas? Are you in touch with your intuition? Are you following any of your inner guidance? Because this is how we manifest. We need to listen to the internal prompts, don't we? So what are you doing to allow yourself to open yourself up to ideas, open yourself up to answers and solutions? What are you doing to focus on opportunity and possibility instead of problems, lack, scarcity, challenges? And are you listening to your guidance? Are you listening to your inner coach? Are you actually doing the things you're feeling those nudges about? You know, when you get those gut feelings and those little prompts, are you following them? Are you taking the action? Another thing is, how good are you at receiving compliments and gifts? I was always someone that turned it away. I deflected. If someone told me my hair looked nice, my makeup looked nice, my top looked nice, that any clothes, I'd always say, oh, it was only X amount and it was in a sale from so and so. I would put it down immediately because I couldn't accept it. Now, what was that telling me about myself? I didn't think I was worthy. Same with if anyone ever offered to buy me a drink or buy me anything, I would feel I had to buy them back because I couldn't accept it. Now, how on earth am I going to allow money to come to me when I'm turning these very basic things away? It's impossible. So how good are you at receiving compliments, accepting gifts? This is the universe trying to give to you all the time. And if you can't accept these, then you're going to find it really difficult to accept big piles of cash when it comes your way. And how does the universe feel? How does money feel? Rejected, right? And again, going back to the best friend scenario, if you rejected your friend, would they still come? Would they still come for you? No, they wouldn't. So, and now that when we're talking about inspired action in your business, there's other things to be thinking about as well. Like, are you actually providing a way for your customers to pay you? Are you asking for the sale? Are you putting offers out there? What are you doing to allow people to pay you? Are you telling yourself that your stuff's not good enough? Are you devaluing the price? Are you not charging enough for your services? How are you open to receiving? What does this look like? And what inspired action are you taking to actually allow the money to come in? Okay. So these are 3 of the core areas that I worked on that really overhauled my business and my life completely. And that's why I wanted to create this video, so I could share it with you. These are things that I continue to work on every single day, because you know the saying, with every level, there's a new devil. So every time you up level, then you have to sort of go through even more layers of limitations, beliefs, and the ego kicks up, and you have to do a bit more work around your self-image. So I'm always working on these areas. It's not something you just do once and forget, but there's tools. I have so many tools that have helped me to really overcome this. And obviously in this video I wanted to share the 3 core areas, but it goes so much deeper than this. There's so much more to it. So you really need to bring your A money game and take yourself to a new money level. If any of this has resonated with you, if you identify with any of these things I've been talking about, then you know there's work here to do. So it might be that you're struggling to get your first sale, your first client over the line, or it might be that you're trying to increase your business, your scale, your income from 10K months to 50K months to 100K months, whatever it is. These principles apply wherever you are in business. And even if you've done the work once, they will continue to apply over and over again every time you up level. So these are universal laws at the end of the day. So they apply to everyone and they apply to everything. So if you'd love to know more and you'd love to go really deep on this, go deep on your money mindset, I have an incredible and intensive 21-day money manifesting challenge, which follows these exact principles, but goes so much deeper. So I'd love to invite you to take part. It's a paid program and you can click on the link below for more information. But just to summarize, it's split into the 3 phases that I've been talking about. So phase 1 is all about your relationship with money and healing your money story. I talked about that a bit already, but there are exercises you can do. And we go deep every single day to understand what it is, that what your relationship and your money story is right now. And then we start to change it. And we use tools to change these things at a subconscious level. Phase 2 is magnetic energetics. So again, it's all about helping you become the match to the frequency of money so that you can become magnetic to money. And phase 3 is receiving like a boss. As we've said, you need to be open to receive, and that includes taking the right action, the inspired action that you need to take to allow money to come into your business and into your life. So this short but powerful self-study program is 3 weeks long. There are 3 weekly pre-recorded lessons. There is also a pre-recorded short lesson and task every single day, with the 7th day of the week off for catch up. There's also an abundance visualization and abundance affirmations audio bundle. And of course, a breakthrough study guide that you can use every single week to help you dig deep, to help you make these changes, start rewriting your money story, changing your money beliefs, changing the subconscious program that you have around money so that you can become magnetic. So this has all been designed to help you transform and shift your thinking, your beliefs, and your point of attraction. And just some of the things that the students manifested the very first time I ran this program included $101,000 day for one of them, $1,700 cash during the pre-challenge. There's a pre-challenge part as well, so it's even longer than the 3 weeks. It's a little bit longer than that. A beautiful dress gifted for an award ceremony. It's not always money. All of a sudden, when you open these floodgates, all sorts of things come into your life. A free flight to Europe, a £1,939.93 to be exact, and a free meal. Someone else manifested an unexpected 10K day. Imagine having a 10K day out of the blue. How nice would that be? Another one hit their $21,000 goal, which was the exact goal that they had for the 21-day challenge, but they got it in 30 days. So this is the other thing. This doesn't just stop at 21 days. It continues to come through, especially as you continue to practice the tools and practice the principles. So it wasn't just money that they manifested. It was so much more, because this is a personal healing journey as well. It's personal transformation. So if you want more information, just click the link and you'll see all sorts of other stories about what other members manifested that was more about their internal mindset shifts and the freedom that it gave them. So I want to help you make more money and create the business that you and life that you're dreaming of. So if you're up for taking your money game to the next level and taking a deep dive to discover what's really been holding you back and what it is that you need to do to release your money blocks, overcome your limiting beliefs, and attract the money that you want and deserve, then just hit the link and sign up now and let the universe show you what's possible for you. So I want to see you have the power inside of you to create anything that you want, and I want to see you do that. I'm rooting for your success. You are completely limitless. The only thing that's limiting you are the ideas, the old stories, the old beliefs that are running in your mind. They no longer need to be part of your program. So I hope to see you in the training, and I hope you have an amazing day. And don't ever forget, your success is inevitable. You just need to believe it. Okay, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you, and I hope to see you real soon.